Alright, one more comment on wound dressing. Let's start lining this one up as number 2 with cutting the wood out of national forest. Okay? Taxpayers, what they get for their money. Ready? Federal government spent at least 13 years studying, looking for the perfect wound dressing. Federal money, U.S. Forest Service. Dr. Alex L. Shigo headed up as the chief scientist in the pioneering expedition in the Treaty K, which led us with, that's one time money was spent well. He ended up, after his research, being able to go around the world, rewrite the books on trees, come to the conclusion that the textbooks that are present today are incorrect. Either the trees are in trouble for not doing what the textbook says they're supposed to be doing, or the textbooks are incorrect. He rewrote the books, okay? After 13 years of study at the cost to the American taxpayers, publications showed that wound dressings are not the way to go. And we found out that the wound dressing industry is based on crooks. Okay, which they don't care. They know they're crooks. They know we know they're crooks. They're not changing. So it's no big deal. Now, so the taxpayers spent the money on the research. Tell me this then, Rick Santorum. Why does the EPA give the wound dressing industry, which they're a part of, a registration number to place their product and their false claims and false prophecies on that product about what it will do if used, and put it on the shelves and sell the idea as well as the product to the American people who spent the money for the research? Why would the taxpayers spend money for research if they do not benefit by the research? If the government is still going to put the stuff on the shelves to sell to the public that don't know no better. See, there's a whole, and guess what? We get rid of that. There's a whole shelf full of other products. But you know what? That's product pushers. But why, Rick Santorum? That's number 2. There's the cutting the wood out of national forests, and there's also, why do the taxpayers spend the money for the research and then the conclusions are made and then the EPA turns around and rewards that particular product and those false claims and those ideas that have never been proven sound to be sold to the American public? Just because somebody has a right to make a living? Well, the American public has a right to make a living, and they have a right to have their money spent in ways that are not crooks and being ripped off and taken advantage of. And the insurance companies, they got to pay for the people that get sick. You know what? That's a total scheme, a total rip-off scheme, okay? And that's a perfect example. You take the work done by Dr. Alex L. Shigo and his colleagues, and then you turn around and knowingly give somebody a registration to put false claims on a product, put it on the shelves, sell it to the American people. Could you please explain that, Rick Santorum? Why that goes on? Thank you.